Creative Tech Podcast. Hello, I'm Kaori Ray. Today, I'm gonna introduce the amazing artist Nina. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started. So your name is Nino.
Nina.
Nina.
Nina, yeah.
Okay, I see.
But actually, my Georgian name is Nino.
Yeah, I saw your Instagram was like Nino, blah 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 blah.
Ninocence. Yeah,
Ninocence.
yeah. So it's like, innocence, the word innocence, and then I just put N in front of I, so it sounds like Ninocence,
I see.
like my name also. But my name is Nina, but then also Nino is like my Georgian name from my Georgian dad.
Georgia. Georgia is a Europe.
Yeah, like next to Russia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Georgian alphabet.
Oh, so
it's
beautiful,
so unique,
right? It's like
yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Elfin writing. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know the language. I grew up in Russia and Ukraine, so I don't speak it. And then my mom is Vietnamese, actually.
I see. So Nina, thank you so much for attending today.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! So please imagine there are many our audience. So could you please introduce yourself, your name, and what do you do in Los Angeles?
Sounds good. Hey guys, my name is Nina Hawkins, also known as Ninocence. That's my artist name. And I am a multimedia artist, also entrepreneur. I've been doing photography, 3D, animation, AI, video editing and directing, and creative direction, styling, modeling, music,
And
so
fashion
in general.
Wow, many hats.
Yeah, also many hobbies like I don't know, archery, pole dancing, yoga.
Really?
Yeah, so I love doing a lot of things.
Wow.
You can't just put one one word to describe me.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah.
So let's dive into your work. So recently, what kind of work do you do?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, I've been doing photography for quite a while, and then during the pandemic, I moved into 3D animation, and my main focus is actually replicating humans.
Replicating human.
Yeah. After doing photography for maybe like 15 years, and
15.
also. Yeah, I think I started in 2009. I'm modeling, and I started doing video in 2013, so about 10 years, and then a 3D animation in 2020. So just a couple years, quite recent. But then I've been always excited about AI, to be honest, and how I can implement AI into my work to kind of take away some of the tasks I don't want to do and help me to produce artworks faster. So that's basically been my, my latest focus the last couple years is to implementing AI workflow, into my pipeline. Like I mentioned, I'm focusing on replicating humans overall. So as a photographer, I work with people a lot, and I really like portraiture, fashion as well, but I focus on like human faces, right? So that kind of maybe dictated my interest in 3D work, because I was replicating myself for my music debut that I wanted to do. Then it turned into doing that for other people, like started with my friends, my boyfriend, some other people, and then I turned into a company. I started making it for clients and for big brands, for artists. It's called Lilium Labs. Lilium Labs, inspired by Elfen Lied anime, actually.
Oh,
Inspired by anime. So I call it a virtual avatar incubator. So
virtual avatar incubator.
Yes.
Oh, tell us more.
Yeah, so that's how I incubate humans, virtual humans, right? I kind of like take the person and create their virtual self, their digital twin. So digital twin, depending on how they want to be portrayed. I work with them, and I started doing it in 3D in like 2021. There was an NFT boom.
I see.
Yeah. So I think the digital twin space has like blown out, because every celebrity, everyone wanted to have one to sell NFTs with it. So it really helped to push, the industry more in the metaverse. So I would say that since then, I mean, yeah, I'm continuing doing it, but I'm trying to find better ways to automate the process, make it faster, and better. And with AI, I'm able to gain like stronger closeness, you know, like likeness to the person. Yeah, I would say with 3D was maybe 60 to 80% likeness, but there's still a little bit of this concept called uncanny valley, when it looks close to real but not real enough, so it looks weird and makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, we said, what can I say in English? Like a kind of a gap. Like two super similar face is, we feel, oh, is this weird? Kind of a weird. What can I say? Like a deep fake. Like deep fake. But your style is not the deep fake, more like a little bit fantasy or artistic.
For 3D, yes, because I want to avoid that weird, you know, eerie, uncanny valley feeling. But then, like with AI actually and with deepfake technology, I think I've gotten even closer, more realistic, and I choose. Actually, I mean, I think if I wanted to, I can make like really realistic pictures where you can't tell if it's AI or iPhone. To be honest, I think the technology is there, but then I choose to make it over the top and like avant-garde and abstract on purpose, so people know, oh, okay, something is different here, but I can't tell. They can't tell what. And actually, in my style of photography, as well as like 3D, as well as AI, that I use like so many techniques and combinations where people are confused what is what, you know? They don't understand, is this photography or AI or 3D? Because I have 3D pictures, they thought it was photography. I have photography pictures, they thought it was 3D. And in AI also they thought it was real or 3D. So I like, you know, blending the borders and making people confused and question what it is and make them, you know, not just scroll and being like, oh, what is this? And you know, make them feel something about it. Yeah.
I see. Okay, so I found like a three, what can I say, circle. So in your conversation, so one, photography. This is your original as an artist. And then next is 3D. And then lastly, AI. So you are using three like main circle and then like blending or mixing and then creating your art.
Yeah, and I would say that's for still work. Then the next level, if you want to add, would be animation and video. So, you know, video, it's like filming, directing, editing, or 3D animation, which gets way more complicated, especially with humans, because then there's so many things involved, like motion capture, 3D scanning, you know, rigging, and going between software. So it's like a very big, complicated world. And if you want to bring it into like a metaverse or VR world, you also have to, and if you want to make it heavy and realistic, like the kind of you know, models that I work with, it really gets a lot. And then the next step is the AI animation and short films.
I see. So okay, you said you have your own company, and then you have several clients. So, for example, what kind of client are you working with recently?
Yeah, I would say that some of the clients that we've done with Lilium Labs would be NARS Cosmetics. That was like a...
Oh, NARS! Okay.
Yeah, that was a really great collaboration. Actually, Dani from last night, she's the one who you know, connected me, let me join that project. It was a really cool beauty campaign with 3D avatar, and then we did AR filter for them as well. Yeah, and I did like AI concept. It was a very beautiful project, very exciting.
Okay, can we find this project from YouTube or something?
Yeah, it's also on my Instagram, maybe on NARS page as well. If you go to NARS page, Narcissist, they have the filter as well. They used to have the 3D. I don't know if they still have it or not, but it's like on my Instagram or on the website. And then that was one very fun project with the 3D avatars. And we also did like some NFT drops with like Netflix and some publications with my personal avatar of myself, like my digital self. She was on the cover of L'Officiel, and it was a Dior collaboration. So she was wearing all Dior that was designed by DressX. So designed by Dior, digitized by DressX.
Okay.
And then L'Officiel Vietnam was did like a whole editorial spread and cover. And there was also for some of the big projects that I had was a collaboration with a modeling agency called Photogenics.
Photogenic.
Yes.
Model agency.
Yeah, one of the coolest modeling agencies in LA.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, they have the best, interesting faces. And
what kind of collaborate did you?
yeah, so we created the first digital digital model division for a modeling agency, for a real life modeling agency. So we took their real girls, real models, I digitized 10 of them, and then they signed my avatar and my partner's avatar to the board, and then they signed my partner after the avatar in real life too. So that was quite interesting, use case.
Amazing. Okay, so first of all, you have to take photo of 10 models.
Yeah.
And then you said digitize.
Yeah, make a 3D scan.
I see.
Yeah,
And
recreate
then?
their face.
Create the face. and
Body.
then body.
Yeah, put styling. So then we chose the styling, clothing, and then we put it on the model too. So fitting. Then animating.
Animating.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and then world building, environment building. So it was a very extensive project, but it's very fun and inspiring. And now we're actually extending these same models into their AI versions.
Really? AI version? AI version means we don't use real human model. So
we use the real human but instead of using 3D as a tool, I use AI tool to make the same face.
Really? I wonder, for this one project, how many software do you use?
Oh, I don't know, in combination at least 10, 20, 10, 15 maybe, because it's like I use many different apps, and then my partner for animation use different apps too, so a lot. It's a good answer.
Yeah. Due to pandemic, like no event, in-person event, but you learned at the time 3D in 2020. Amazing. It was life-changing, right?
I guess, yeah. I always wanted to learn how to implement 3D in the art space, in the photography. I think my first job in America was kind of like 3D interior design. So I understood a little bit of 3D, but not on human, only furniture.
And at that time, the software to make 3D was more complicated, right? Now easier. No?
It's the same software, it's
really?
different. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's easier. Maybe there's more tools to use, but and there's more tutorials to learn. But at the time, also I was making a very specific task of like just staging apartments. Yeah. So they take picture of an apartment, empty apartment to sell, and I put furniture into it. So that it was a very simple task that we were just working on. So that was my first introduction in 3D in 2015, 16. But then I never touched it again after that job. But I always wanted to learn how to use it in art. And so only maybe 3 years later, during pandemic, I had time to sit down and learn about art aspect of that.
Amazing. You are like a self-learner. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast today. So, next episode is Nina Part 2. Please stay tuned. Thank you.